Done some wonderful things in his career.
On Sway in the morning.
There he goes! There he goes!
You know, I know it's Friday. We call it the Monday morning quarterback because Monday morning quarterbacks, it doesn't make a difference. They think they got all the answers on any day of the week. All right. And with that said, a guy who knows pretty much everything there is to know about sports has joined us. He has joined us here at the George Brown Convention Center, broadcasting live. Super Bowl 51 is going to be a great one against the Patriots and the Falcons. I will go on record now, and I know I'm going to piss off a lot of our citizens here. If you ask me who I'm going to root for, I'm going to root for the Falcons. Yeah, wow. Round of applause. Yeah. Have to boss up.
Right.
Not sure who's on the board there, but whenever I speak, round of applause. All right, okay, we got Steve Cohen is here. Steve Cohen.
Good
morning. Hey. Good, man. Look, can you describe what we're seeing? SiriusXM has taken over the convention center, bro. Look, Doug Flutie is just hanging out over there.
That's Doug Flutie.
Yeah, Doug Flutie is over there.
We're looking live.
Yeah, right.
SiriusXM set.
Okay.
We've got 5 radio stations live right now, all over your radio dial, from left to right.
Yep.
Power.
It's Sway in the morning.
Right.
Then you got the Mad Dog Show with Morning Man. Then look at Carl Banks.
Yeah, he's just hanging out over there, man.
With Bob Papa on NFL radio. And then you got Covino and Rich on SiriusXM Rush. This is phenomenal. It's just the start of things for us.
It's just the beginning, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I understand. Look, Doug Flutie is just hanging out in our area, just like vibing, catching the energy.
So cool.
Yeah,
He's
right?
just walking around signing autographs. This is a place where people can come and be themselves.
Doug. Hey, Doug, what's up, man? You want to look at Doug? Is already ready. He's about to throw. Doug, I'm throwing you a pass. You okay? Yeah. Let's see if it turn Doug Flutie's mic on. We got it. Hold up. This is
engineer.
Let's see if that mic works. Doug, talk in there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm over here sleeping on the couch. I had a 15-minute break. You guys are looking good up there.
Thank you, man.
They're up on a dais, guys, for use at home, and they got their desk, and they're got the gold bling headset working, and just looking good.
About it, man.
That's a professional.
But look at the nice shirt he got on. What is that, an Epson shirt?
Epson shirt.
As in the salt?
As in printers, home printers
yes.
for your small business owners.
Okay.
Like me.
Like you, okay. Let me ask you, man, we got Doug Flutie. I was going to ask Steve Cohen this, but who better to ask about who would have an advantage in this year's game than one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL history of all time, Mr. Doug Flutie? When you look at Tom Brady and you look at Matt Ryan, what do either one of them have to be aware of in this situation?
Well, I think that you look at Tom and his history, he's going to beat Tom Brady and let it fly and do his thing, right?
Yeah, right.
Matt has been sensational all year. He's got a lot of weapons. I think they're going to move the football. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think Atlanta's defense is a little weaker than New England's defense, and that's where the difference is.
That's where the difference is. Okay, now, can you tell the audience what
I can't tell anything.
What can you tell what I'm wearing, though? Can you see what I'm
wearing? I don't know. It looks like it belongs on a pirate ship or something out there in the Caribbean.
We wanted you.
Yeah, the Raiders, man. What can you talk about how great our season was, even though we had the unfortunate...
It's great to see it come back to... the Raiders have such an unbelievable following. They need to be in the mix.
Absolutely,
they need to be in the mix every year because Raider fan. We would go to the Raiders to play, and all the big uglies be in the end zone there, before the game, all that. So I figured I'd go over and sweet talk them a little bit. Went out on the field real early, signed some autographs, took pictures. Right. I walked 10 feet away from those people, and it's we're gonna kill you. It's like, dude, I just spent a half hour taking pictures with your kids.
Like true Raider fans, man.
True Raider fans.
Hey, man, thank you for being on the show. You was on the show last year, and man, it's always an honor to have you here, man. You're one of the coolest dudes I met.
All right,
yeah,
appreciate it.
Doug Flutie, man. Epson, man, for small business owners. Get the printers. Yeah. I just did a commercial for him right there, man. That's pretty good.
A guy,
I don't even have to wear the shirt.
He was worth the price of admission when you watch him play football.
Yeah.
Boston College, all over the NFL.
Why are you giving a sexy voice, Steve Cohen?
Well, I'm a little raspy right now, but I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
All right. So let me ask you, man. So I'm really I always go for the underdog. Plus I'm a Raiders fan, so I can't root for the Patriots. But people are out here like there's no chance the Falcons are going to win, and I don't believe that.
I think these teams are evenly matched, okay? I think Matt Ryan is going to be the MVP, as we've talked about on this program. But here's the difference, and here's the thing I looked at this week in terms of body language, all right? You know about been there, done that. So the Falcon, there's a lot of things you got to prepare for when you're first-timers for the Super Bowl, okay? All that time after you warm up before the game, waiting for the national anthem, waiting for the pomp and circumstance. Then you got halftime, twice as long as you're used to during the season. And then it's just the wide-eyed thing about, wow, look at this. Patriots are different. You got a lot of guys on the Patriots that have been here 2, 3, all these times, especially Brady. So I think the difference in this game is, I think both teams are going to play well, but I think the veteran team that's been here is going to start faster than the team that's a first-timer. And because of that, I think in a great game, the Patriots will outlast the Falcons.
You mentioned the Patriots. It's being reported that Robert Kraft made a statement that he knows he and Bill Belichick have this pact, and he knows when Belichick is leaving. Who you think will leave first, though, Brady or Belichick?
I think Brady will leave first before Belichick. I don't know what Bill's going to do when he's done with this. He's a coach. He's a ball coach.
And that's it.
He's not going into broadcasting, okay?
Right.
He's going to fish, and that's what he's going to do. He'll be down in Florida. He'll be out on Nantucket. That's what he'll do. He's not ready. This is his life. This is his breath. It's what his dad did his whole life. He's his father's son. Tom, at some point, Father Time is going to catch up with Tom. I think you can coach a lot longer than you can play quarterback in this league.
Hey, man, look, Jerome Bettis is walking up right now. Hey, yeah, we're going to bring him on right. We should bring him on right now? Like right now. All right, we got a lot of people on the phone line. What do you think of that guy, man?
Bus.
Yeah, look at him. He's in all black. He looks like he could put on a uniform right now and begin to play.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to tackle him.
Yo, Jerome, baby, come on. Hey, let's get him up here, man. Hey, yo, give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
No doubt.
One of the greatest to ever carry the ball, the one and only Jerome Bettis is here.
Hello.
Man, Jerome.
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Welcome to Sway in the Morning, man.
Thanks,
What's up,
man. Thanks for having me,
you,
man.
Come on, man. You look like my brother.
Big fan, man. I grew up watching you, man. I grew up with you, man. I grew up with you. We grew up together, man. For
man.
sure.
Come on, I grew up watching you, man. 6-time All-Pro.
Wow.
Rookie of the Year. Comeback Player of the Year. They call him the Bus for a reason. Super Bowl champion. And he's here with us today, the one and only Jerome Bettis.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Thanks,
so,
man.
you know Steve Cohen, he's senior VP
Yeah.
here at Sirius XM Sports, man. How's the experience been, man?
You know what? This is always a good experience, not a great one, because it's a great one when you're in the game.
Yeah.
So as a retired guy, it's still a good one. Don't get me wrong, but it's always a little rough when someone else is about to win a championship. So it's good, but not great. I'm enjoying myself.
You enjoy? Do you ever feel like you watching it? It's like 4th and 1, and it's other teams playing. Do you feel like, man, I wish I could get suited up and take the ball?
No, I don't think like that. Because I know it's a lot of punishment that goes into that, right?
Okay.
So I'm not naive enough to say, okay, well, man, I could get that 1 yard. It would be no problem. Because I know there's a lot of hard work that goes into getting that 1 yard, because you got to get in position to get that 1 yard. So I'm not naive to think that at 44 years old, I can go out there and run with these young guys.
Like he can 1 yard, man. I think you could get 1 yard.
I probably could, but you better have the ambulance close because something's gonna break.
Something's gonna break. So we're talking about these teams. As you can see, you see what I'm wearing, man. I feel like
I see what you represent. Yeah, you guys didn't get the fair shake that you wanted because of injury.
Yes. That's it. Otherwise, the Raiders would be in this game. Do you doubt that?
You like to think that.
Let's
say
you
like to think that.
I'm not gonna say I doubt that. I'm just gonna say you like to think that.
Well, you might be a little bitter after what happened with the Steelers.
You were a lot bitter for what happened with your quarterback. So you talking about bitter? You clearly bitter. You the one brought it up. You see what I'm wearing? My Raiders.
You can't ask
your Raiders wasn't gonna be close.
All right,
trust me. They good football team. They're getting better, but they still a little ways out.
Yeah, and I understand, man. After the Steelers showed up to the game, played like a practice squad. I can see how.
Pattylicious.
Okay. So let's move forward.
But at least
Jerome.
they didn't get bounced in like the first round of the playoffs.
Damn.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Well, at least they can say they got there. Maybe that's what the organization
Maybe
used to
that's
do.
man.
Because they've been out of the conversation for decades.
Yeah.
So it's finally you're finally able to actually get that jacket out because that jacket looked pretty old. Look like it's 7-8 years old. You just haven't worn it yet.
Oh, damn.
But that's cool. That's cool, though. You know what I'm saying?
I see how he
Raiders
busts through
are
the
back.
holes, man. I get it, man.
They don't have a place to play.
Damn.
They don't have a home.
man.
There's a lot going on with the Raiders, man.
Probably shouldn't have poked the bear, Sway.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have poked the Bears. Although Vegas did pull out of the deal, so looks like we'll be in Oakland probably.
Ooh.
Chances are.
And guess what?
What?
With no stadium.
Yeah.
Because guess what you did? You played the
damn.
card saying, okay, we're going to go to Vegas. And Oakland said, all right, cool.
All right, that's
now
great, man.
You
Maybe
gotta go right back home.
Well, when we have our secret meeting, I'll make sure nobody records it and puts it on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Okay. Anyway, Jerome and I both will be watching the game this Sunday.
Common ground found.
Because our team certainly
Neither one of us have a vested interest in the outcome of the game.
We'll
be watching as fans.
Yeah, exactly, man. What do you think the outcome is going to be? I know what everybody is saying. I know what the odds are leaning. And we just went over the reasons. The Patriots have the most experience. You know, Tom Brady has something to prove. He didn't like being suspended. You know, he's been here before. The Falcons haven't. Ryan hasn't. But I think he has something to prove, too. Right? So who you think? Is it going to be a blowout? Can the Falcons win?
Well, here's the answer. And people always say, well, you think will win? Let me give you my argument why the Atlanta Falcons have a chance to win.
Okay.
I think that's probably the best question because the fact of who you think is going to win, I mean, I think you would have to go with the experience, the team that has done it before, that know how to win championships. So you have to give the advantage to the Patriots. But when you look at Atlanta, what they do, they have an advantage in that Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator and played against Brady in the Super Bowl, so he understands how that offense operates, right? And especially in a big game as such as this. So he understands what they want to do from a philosophy standpoint. Now it's about their offense. What can their offense do to that Patriots defense? Well, if you know the Patriots or know what they like to do, they want to take away your best option. Well, the one benefit that the Falcons have is their best option is not their only option. So you take away Julio Jones, now really their next best option is not the receivers, it's actually the running backs, right? Those guys have been very integral in the passing game down the field, not just in the flats, but down the field passing game. Right, with the running backs, right? Tevin Coleman. So now once you are able to exploit the running backs, now you put the Patriots back in a bad place. Okay. Now, the one caveat to that is Matt Ryan. They have to be able to protect Matt Ryan because everything falls apart if Matt Ryan is unable to throw the football because they're not the greatest running football team. So if you force them to be only a run team, then you have an advantage there. And I think, that's when the Patriots can kind of, stretch the lead if they have to run the football. So I think as long as Atlanta uses their options, they can go to Gabriel, they can go to Robinson and Sanu, the other wide receivers. They'll still have more than enough firepower to beat the Patriots.
Jerome, before we go to the phones, 888-742-3345, we have a lot of people that want to talk to you. But when you're home watching the game, what does a Jerome Bettis Super Bowl food party look like?
Ooh, I like this topic.
Great question.
For me, it's real. I'm not a big, we're going to do the wings, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. It's probably more of a pizza, like order like a Papa John's pizza or something like that, and have some chips and stuff like that all ready.
Oh yeah,
You know what
ready to
I'm
go.
saying? Ready.
You want
And so,
options, in case you have to call an audible.
Right. And so, like in between series, you're like, all right, I'm gonna grab a piece here. But I'm not a big party guy because I want to watch the game.
Yeah.
So I don't want to,
Okay.
be at the party and the music goes up and as soon as the commercial comes on, I want to watch the commercials.
Yep.
I want to enjoy the whole Super Bowl experience. Having played in it, I appreciate it, maybe more than most. So it's one of those I want to kind of be involved in it.
Okay, Jerome Bettis is here. I'm opening up the phone lines. Let's give him these headphones real quick. Norvell is on the line from Nashville. What up, Norvell?
Hey, Norvell.
Norvell.
Put the phone.
Hello,
Yeah, there you
good
go.
morning.
Good morning.
First time getting through, long time listener. I just was remembering back when Jerome, when Ben had to save Jerome because he fumbled on the 3-yard line.
Man, what you talking about, man?
Oh man,
That's how you gonna start the question? That ain't no question. That's a statement.
must be a Raider fan.
That's what I wanted to open with.
Clearly.
But, the outcome still was in our favor.
You
But
ride
what do
with
you think
sway, I
about
know.
Le'Veon Bell now?
You said what's that?
What do you think about Le'Veon Bell?
What do I think about him? I mean, obviously he's one of the best running backs in the NFL. No, without question. I think he's only going to get better. You got to think. This is. He hasn't even played 5 years in the NFL. Usually 5 years is kind of that midpoint where you've developed about the most that you're going to, and so what you see in 5 years is pretty much what you're going to get the rest of their career. So he's still developing as a football player, and he's a special one at that. His ability to run and catch the football is is very unique in the NFL, and be able to run with that kind of speed and power, special running back.
All right, thanks for your call, man. You're a citizen.
Let's wait in the morning.
Quick question. When it comes to the halftime performance, a lot of people are making comments about how Lady Gaga, reportedly, she's restricted from mentioning anything politically driven. Trump cannot come out her mouth. And a lot of folks are thinking that the Super Bowl has just become too conservative. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think it's become too conservative. I think it's not the platform for either side, for protest or for acknowledgement. I think it's a football platform, and that's the idea. When you try to now bring an outside situation into the football, then that's when it becomes a problem, because the sport itself, it's there for both sides of the political process. It's not there just for Republicans or Democrats.
True.
It's there for everybody. So you shouldn't have to deal with any political issues in the concept of a football game.
Right.
You want to play football, you want to watch the halftime show, because 10 years ago when they were performing the halftime shows, you got a great performance and that was it. Now you want to inject something of your personal views, and that's not really the platform for that. And I think the NFL just wants to be very careful, because their product is for everyone.
Right.
They don't want to turn away no fans.
They don't want to turn away any fans. So because of that, they want to say, listen, I don't know what you believe in, but whatever you believe in, keep it to yourself.
Right. That's for this moment.
That ain't for right now. We're looking at the cheerleaders anyway.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, so Jerome Bettis, man, before you go, man, I wanted to talk to you about what you're doing with Stryker Orthopaedics. What is this about?
Well, Stryker, there's a company. They're a company that make the orthopedics. They make the knees, replacement knees, hips and shoulders, and they've come out with an initiative where they want to try to educate the consumer, and the average person to understand that a lot of people live with joint pain, and you don't have to live with joint pain. And so the understanding is that if you can now go to your doctor, develop a game plan, possibly that is in your future. But even if it's not, it's about the understanding, the educational aspect of learning about what you need and what your situation is, and not having to live in pain. So many people are living in pain thinking that that's part of life, I can just deal with it, when you don't have to.
You don't have
There
to.
are options available to you, and that's what they want to do. They just want to show.
And it's
the
not just
options
for pro athletes or people
No,
retired. This is for
absolutely.
everyday people who might have, hip issues, knee issues.
Absolutely.
How can they find out more? I'm going to cut you off, but I am an Oakland Raider. How can they find out more about it?
Wow. All you have to do is reach out to the kid is your doctor. You know, it's independent to you.
Okay.
Because the whole idea here is for you to find out what you need personally and get your game plan, so to speak, for your health and your well-being. And so get with your doctor, and then you can look at your options and know that a replacement is an option, and that it's going to take that the issue of pain, it could take that away. So just know that's an option.
One of the greatest to ever carry the ball, man.
Absolutely.
I've enjoyed your career. During football and post football, post the field, you still are in and all about football, and great guy, man. And I had a good time really schooling you on the Raiders, man.
Yeah,
I never thought,
and you know what? And I'm not gonna hold the fact that you're a Raider fan against you. You know what I'm saying? I still got tons of love for you.
Thank you.
Even though you probably won't ever see a championship anytime soon, but it's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? The black and gray, man. It looks good.
It looks good.
It looks good
for the
on
league.
you, man.
It's good for the league. Okay?
I don't know if it's good for the league,
All
but
right.
it look good on you.
All right, good.
How about
Well,
that?
look good for the league, man. And that same advice you were talking about the Atlanta Falcons, you should have gave to the Steelers before they played the Patriots. Thank you, Jerome Bettis, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're coming back with Craig Robinson, 888-742-3345.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shea 45.